Let's see who's here. Oh, hey, Jeremy. Hi, Nicole. Come on in.
Oh, hello, Kara. How are you?
Welcome to the Nexxen suite.
This is a sweet
Yes.
suite.
Pretty incredible, right?
Yes, absolutely. But you know what? I have a call that I have to jump on.
Sure.
I have to speak to God. You know how it is.
Always.
So,
Yeah.
Nicole.
We've got plenty of room. Go ahead. Can I offer you a glass of champagne?
I'd love a glass of champagne.
Okay.
Let's
Let
get
me
this
grab you
party
one.
started.
Here you go.
Oh, thank you so much.
Cheers and happy 2025.
Cheers. Happy 2025. Nice to meet you. Can I come
Please,
in?
come on in.
Awesome. Wow, this place is amazing.
Yes.
What is going on over here?
Why don't you go ahead and take a seat?
Okay. What's going to happen when I take a seat?
Well, it all depends on your reaction. Let's see what it feels
Whoa.
like.
What,
Oh, I haven't seen it have that reaction before, Nicole.
what's it doing? It's like all these like numbers and stuff. that
Yeah,
are-
so
Woo.
this is something we created. It's pretty cool. It helps with pre-campaign insights for creative. So optimizing how to use data before campaigns go live.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool. So what's going to happen with that data once it's recorded? It's
So once
going to be used for campaigns?
Yeah, well, we'll use that to actually influence the creative creation and then ultimately the types of audiences we're using to target for campaigns.
Awesome. That's
Yeah.
so cool. I'm sorry. I'm like a total kid. Can I play with this game?
Yes.
Amazing.
So let's see what you win.
Yay, a candle! I love candles.
That's my favorite
Thank
gift,
you.
actually. The gift
Oh
of,
my God.
yes,
The gift of scent.
scent and meditation, right?
And also, I think it becomes a tumbler.
yes.
Awesome. Like this is like candles and booze in one shot.
Yeah.
This is a best
Gifts
suite
with
so far.
multi-purpose is the goal, right?
We're loving it. We're loving it. So talk to me a little bit about 2025. You know, we talked about a little bit about the data usage
Yeah.
and how that's going to work with that fancy new thing. But overall, what's the view for 2025 with
Yeah.
Nexxen? And can I just keep
Please. So our focus in 2025 is really about how we bring data into the planning and optimization process in smarter ways. So specifically, you know, how do we use that data to better inform the audiences that we're reaching and learning a lot more about them? So we're investing a lot in that.
That's Jeremy.
Oh,
I thought. What are you doing?
We
Get
work
off the
hard. We
phone.
put everybody to work at Nexxen.
Oh my God.
Come on, let me be, people.
Oh, well, this is a pretty awesome place, but I
Yes.
don't think that we definitely want to
All
finish.
right, let's
I'm
go.
going to leave the candle with him for his bath.
Ultimate meditation right here.
Bring it back to me when you're done.
you.
So you're talking about data. You're talking about bringing the buy side and the sell side together, more informed decisions. What's like the big challenges you're looking to solve? What are the
Yeah.
Nexxen buzzwords for 2025?
Yeah, so, you know, for us, we've seen data be used a lot in measurement, right? Brands and agencies are using that in a multitude of ways and have mastered a lot of that. I think what we're trying to solve for is how do we bring that in smarter ways to customize optimization? So bringing more data into that process, but also allowing them to have more control over that. And then how do we carry that through to planning?
And how do you help your clients understand the data that they're looking at? I mean,
Yeah.
there's so much data out there.
Yeah.
It's kind of everybody's selling their data. Everybody's saying
Yeah.
they've got the best data, the
Sure.
most unique data. Tell us about how Nexxen helps their clients on both sides discover the way to access and to leverage their data.
Yeah, so Nexxen has a data platform that has been purpose-built for just that. And what I mean by that is we've created a solution that takes customers' first-party data and then it combines it with owned assets that we have. So panel data, TV data, social data. And the purpose of that is, you know, really getting a more holistic view of the consumer because advertisers know a lot about their customers from, you know, transactions they have or behaviors or things that they've already signed up for. But it's really about how do you enhance that in a way that we can treat them as human beings and really look at what is that behavior more holistically across.
That's great. And so in terms of like the roadmap ahead, like are there some new features coming out that are going to
Yeah.
help with this? Like talk to me
Sure.
about what Nexxen's doing to actually make that happen.
Yeah, so we are really focused on making those insights more accessible, but also making the speed to activate them much quicker. So obviously AI is a big portion of that, right?
Can't have a conversation without
session.
But I love it because AI means something different to everybody,
Exactly.
and its adoption is really, really driving the industry. So I'm keen to hear more.
I mean, for me personally, I think the most promising benefit of AI is research, right? And the ability to go really wide and deep with research. And so what we're focusing in is bringing that into the audiences in the planning stage that allows brands to understand much more about their audiences and even their competitors so they can capitalize on those insights in a much quicker way. So, news and culture and all of these things move so quickly, but when you think about like the campaign process, typically you have to recreate audiences, you take time to then push those to go live, and we really want to just streamline that process so that once you uncover that insight, then you can immediately activate on that and really capitalize on that moment.
And I suppose having both the buy side and the sell side on the same platform really helps that.
Yes.
How do you work with both sides to get them to both get the best out of it? Like, do you do a lot of industry learning, knowledge sharing? How do you make sure both sides of the equation are getting everything they can out of it?
Yeah, I think, one of the biggest benefits with Nexxen is that we've built a data platform that connects directly into our buy side and sell side. And so what that means is that as publishers onboard their data or advertisers onboard their data, we can activate that very seamlessly. So if you're a publisher that wants to build an audience extension strategy, we can very easily give them the ability to enrich those audiences and then activate them to monetize that data at scale. And the same way with advertisers trying to build their own networks or to just activate against their own consumer data. So it's just applying that fluid throughput between the two and then ultimately allowing them to share data across as well.
That's great. And so, you're here at CES.
Yeah.
What's the one thing that you're really excited to both promote with Nexxen and also hear about from your clients?
I think for us, it's really, focusing on how we drive better outcomes. You're going to obviously hear a lot about AI. You're going to hear a lot about identity. You're going to hear a lot about all of these, big industry topics. I think this year especially, it's the year that we can capitalize on how do we drive better outcomes with these solutions. And for Nexxen, that's really the investment that comes in that research and insights and planning stage. I think arguably that's the most important stage of the media lifecycle, in my opinion, because
I agree.
You can activate all you want, but if you didn't plan right to start, then your results are not going to be what you want to achieve.
It's like building a house without using an architect.
Exactly right.
Yep.
So for me, it's really helping advertisers accomplish that in an earlier stage and then ultimately seeing the results that brings.
That's great. So it sounds like you're a good foundational partner building a strong future.
Yes, exactly.
Awesome. I love it. So one of the things that we've been asking all of our guests on the show is if the company was an emoji, existing or future, what would that emoji be?
Oh, good question. I'm going to go with shaking hands. Specifically,
hands emoji. Yes,
which existing emoji, but I think very powerful in that we really are bridging the gap between the buy side and the sell side, and really having data unify between those two, ultimately to deliver better outcomes and provide flexibility in how they use that data to activate.
That's perfect. I mean, honestly, in today's fragmented world with everything kind of all over the place and becoming very noisy, being the handshake between the two sides is a really, really critical role. So that's super awesome. Kara, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you,
It's
Nicole.
been such a pleasure. This is such a sweet.
Thank you for checking out my crib here.
I mean, and thanks for the champers. I'm going to go finish that up.
Yes, let's finish it together.
Awesome. Our champagne is here, ready, waiting for us.
Yes, one last cheers.
One last cheers. Here's to a great 2025 and a great CES.
Thank you.
Sorry, just out of the corner of my eye, this caught my attention. What is this?
Yes, this is Nexxen University. It's a really cool new platform that we built, specifically a digital education platform.
Oh, wow.
All focused on the convergence of linear and digital and led by experts in the industry. So would love to have you sign up.
Absolutely. That's amazing. Yet again, Nexxen bringing people together and leveling up.
Yeah.
So cool. I'm going to go over to the Nexxen site and check it out right now.
Great.
All right. Cheers
Thanks,
again.
Nicole.
Bye.
Cheers.